So there's a word that might be helpful for your podcasting, and that word is gestalt. Gestalt's basically the idea that the sum of all the parts are perceived together. Let me explain. So I have a client that they worked really hard on the descriptions for the podcast. They worked really hard on social for the podcast, and numbers would indicate, well, that should have made a dent in their podcasting, and it didn't. And I have a client that did the same thing, but it definitely helped. What's the difference? The second client, they were actually going around the country and speaking about their ministry. They didn't talk about the podcast at all, but the ministry was growing. And so when you grow, your podcast grows. Kind of no duh. Unless your business is just podcast, you have to think, how do I grow and how does podcasting work into that? Everything works together. And all those details of the podcast do work, but they have to work in tandem with other things as well. So care about the details, but understand just one or two details by themselves. It's not going to do anything.